everyone. I'm glad to have you here with me today, and I would like to show you the flip through of a journal I just finished. This journal is a nature journal, and once again, as in keeping with all of my journals, it's a chunky monkey. This journal has already been sold. The cover has been made from Amazon packaging, on which I added to that some bubble wrap so that we can hear the crinkliness. I love that sound. And then covered it with fabric that has been machine stitched on. It measures 7.5 by 11.5. It has 3 signatures with a 7-hole pamphlet stitch sewn right into the cover. And the tie on this is from some ribbons and some fabric here that I had coffee stained and just used distress inks on to get the color to match our journal. That closure goes all the way through and around and sewn in place on our journal so that it's nice and secure. The panel on top is a panel here that is a pantry box that I did some mixed media on it. We have a brass Tim Holtz label here with some packaging, some lace, and a tag out of our paper collection. This is some textured ribbon that my friend sent me, and that creates our front. So opening this up, I have used several different digital collections in this journal, just pieces of it here and there. I used Kelly's Craft, and that's Forest Friends. I used A Whimsical Adventure, and that's A Walk in the Forest. And I used Mary Bell Studio, and that's Mysterious Forest. It has 218 pages in it, and the labels and there's some little quote labels. They are from Altered Art Designs, Calico Collage, My Porch Prints, Shabby Dabby Doodah, and some Tim Holtz. So on our front cover, I have made some fabric ruffle to match our ties that we had in our cover. Then this is covered with some cardstock, basil cardstock. This is a page out of one of the paper collections. We have a library pocket here with a nice tag in it, and then a card that is by My Porch Prints that the recipient can put the title of her journal and her name and the date that she used it, or whatever information she might want to put there. On our first page, we have a belly band. These papers that you'll see throughout the book, there's journal cards and tags and what have you, they're from Old Design Shop. This belly band was created on a piece of Echo print paper, and this Echo print paper was the boiled Echo print paper that I had made. This doesn't want to go back in there. There we go. And you can see how pretty that is, and it's from some flowers out of my yard. We have coffee stained copy paper. We have book paper here. This is some book paper. These trees are out of book paper also that was gifted to me by my friend Linda. This is one of the pages out of one of the paper collections. And over the top of this page, we have a coin envelope that's held in place by a altered paper clip here. And this coin envelope is from one of the paper packs. There's some various stickers throughout here and there. This is some ledger paper. It is not vintage, and it has been gessoed so that you can journal on it. This owl and this texture is also from some Happy Mail from Linda. And then we have the same thing with another bird back here. This is on Echo print paper, and we have an upper tuck spot. This is some bookbinding that's really cool to add to a collage. And then we have a card here for journaling on. All of my papers that have been hand stamped have been stamped with distress ink and a wooden stamp, and it's an old one. You can get the same effect from corrugated cardboard. Here's some of my fabric ruffle and a little sticker here. On this piece of cleanup paper, I have done some copper embossing, and throughout the book we have some of this copper foil for our accent piece. The cleanup paper, I have a list below that will be a playlist for all of the videos that I have created when I've made this journal. There's not a video for each project, but there's several videos that you can see. And inside we have a nice tag, and you can journal on the back. And this pocket is one from the paper collection. We have a back side of a piece of ledger paper here. It's been folded over to create a pocket with a tall tag in it. My tags, some of them have been created from pantry boxes, and I'll list that video below also. Some copy paper. These trees are out of some Happy Mail from Linda. And we have some book paper here with a nice little page tab on top that has a cluster on it, and on the back side also. Out of the paper collection, here we have a piece of book paper, and on the book paper I've created a tuck spot here on the left, and inside I have a couple of tags that can be journaled on. You will have seen, if you've seen many of my videos on my flip throughs, you will have seen this book paper before. I tend to add it because it's so cute. It's a little bear book, and he has two friends, Emily and Lucy. This is another tuck spot on a piece of copy paper, and in it we have some of the cone bearers, and it shows a picture of the cones. We have a squirrel and a bunny. Over here on our cleanup paper we have another pocket, and inside that pocket we have another tag. There isn't any room for journaling on that one. It's just kind of eye candy. Then when you flip that over, we have a envelope from the American Wildlife, and I thought that would make a nice addition to our journal, so I created a pocket out of it, and in the pocket I have a journal card, a tag, and that's created from the pantry box and the distress inks. I'll put this right back in, and then this flips open, and it has another flip here, and then we have some information about the mosses you might find in the woods, and that flips again, and both sides give you journaling room. And then in the back here, oops, my tags aren't in my pockets, we have a pocket made out of book paper, and then we have two tags that are also made out of book paper. A piece of paper from Old Design Shop. Now, I watched a video from Mrs. Cog, and she has put these little circles on her tails from sewing her signatures into the spine of the book, and I thought that was a great idea because it doesn't add any dimension to your book, and it doesn't, the beads tend to make impressions in your books, dents in your books, and these won't harm your book in any way. So I thought that was a pretty cute idea. Thank you, Mrs. Cog. And then we have some more cleanup paper with another pocket with a tree on it, and a journaling card with some information about ferns. Some more copy paper that's been stained with coffee. And on the back side of that, we have another tuck spot with some information here of the poppy family. And you can journal on the back of that. And we got some wild collage going on down here with several tags and pieces of paper. And then we have an envelope over here, and on this envelope we have a little bit of a collage here, and then part of the collage acts as a tuck spot that we could put this little journal tag down inside, like so. And on this side of the envelope is a pocket, and this has been created from our pantry boxes, and I'll show you, the link to that below also. And you can journal on the back, and journal on the back here with some embossing, copper embossing. Some more journal space, some more book paper with a nice cluster and a tag on top. Journaling space. We have a piece of craft paper, and we have a little pocket down here, and then some information on a journal card here of some flowers that you might find out in the woods. A piece of ledger paper. It is not vintage. And we have folded down the top of it, crumpled it and torn it to make it look like it's been pretty well worn. And then on the opposite side we have a tuck spot with a bunny and a page from the tree book. Cleanup paper with a vellum overlay on this side. This vellum overlay is vellum that I have printed from my printer from one of the pages in the paper collection. Up top we have a Corey Dahman creation. And inside this tiny little pocket, which is a tea bag pocket, we have a little tag that's supposed to resemble the tag to the tea bag. Another tree on our copy paper with our paper ruffle and a little tuck spot. Echo print paper. On the back of the echo print paper, we have an upper tuck spot, and inside we have a large journaling tag here. We have the larch tree down here on some ledger paper and the branch. Copy paper, we have a kola nut tree. Handmade paper, some ledger room with another paper, with another fabric ruffle. And on this ruffle, we have one of the Tim Holtz bulb clips and a dangle with some wooden beads on it. A nice wolf here. Copy paper and some book paper. On this piece of echo print paper, I have the fold over tag that has room for journaling space, and I have a link to the video below on showing you how to make that. I have it clipped over the top of my page with a paper clip, and the paper clip just has some of the fabric on it. And then you open it up and you can journal on the inside. And I just fold it right back over to the top of my page, put my paper clip back on. That ends our first signature. Our second signature has the business envelope with the window on it. I have a link to the video below on how to create this one. And inside it, we have this journal tag with room on the back, and the mushrooms here peek through this window on the front, right over here. We have a really nice little cluster down here and another tag up here in the top. Fold this over, and we have a piece of Louisa Heinzel German ledger paper that flips out, so there's lots of journaling room here. We have a little cluster down here with an antique wooden button, and then inside we have two more journal tags with room to journal on. Up there and here. Book paper, copy paper with a tree. Over here on our piece of ledger paper, we have some information about some oaks, and this just folds over, and then we have a pocket up here, and it has a tag in that also. Some handmade paper, one of the pages out of the paper collections. We have another coin envelope that folds over our page. This has a hedgehog on it with another altered paper clip. Tree on some copy paper. Here we have this nice little element that is on a paper bag, and I have put this in I don't know how many journals, so I'm sure you've probably seen it. And we have a tag here, and it opens up, and we have a paper pad here. You can rip these out and use them where you need them, or just leave them here and journal on them. We have another tag inside here. Get it back in. With a little bitty tag tucked away right inside here. And then in the back, we have another tag that pulls out. And you can journal on the back of all of these. Inside the bag, we have a mini journal. And it's made from some copy paper and some vintage railroad paper back here. And then we have a page out of our tree book again. Here we have a tuck spot on some book paper. I thought these colors just went fantastic with our book. And then we have a fabric ruffle, and from that we have a safety pin with a dangle on it, and we have a polymer clay bead that I had made years ago. And that dangles from the bottom of your book. Some more copy paper for journaling on. Another piece of the cleanup paper with a pocket with some bird eggs on it, and a tag with a bird on it, and journaling room on the back. Some more copper embossing on the side edge here. Echo print paper. Another piece of paper out of the paper pack with a page tab and some pieces of paper hanging from it. A nice little cluster here. Piece of handmade paper, and this is our waterfall. I do have a video for this listed below. We have 3 paper pads that have been sewn onto our handmade paper, and then before they were sewn on, they were pamphlet stitched together and then sewn on. On this piece of cleanup paper, we have a vintage button, and we have a tag in our bottom pocket here. And then this paper just slides out and opens up for some hidden journaling. And you just open your pocket and then just tuck that back inside like that. Copy paper, some more of the old design shop, more of Mrs. Cog's little circles, more journaling here and here and here. This is on the opposite side of that paper that I just showed you with the hidden journaling, where we have the vintage button, a tag for journaling on, and then some hidden journaling room here. Again, just lift your pocket up slightly and it just tucks inside there like that. Made paper with our belly band. We also have a link to a video on this, and in our belly band, it's a double belly band, and we have a piece of stationery here that's been created from coffee stain paper, along with some of our cleanup paper here on the edge, and you can journal on both sides. And then we have another piece of journaling paper here. This has been coffee stained with a stencil, and you can journal on both sides. So we have a hexagon strip here, that our first belly band, and for our second belly band, it goes behind the cleanup paper here. Oh, we'll put that in later. On this piece of paper, we have a nice page tab with some collage work going on there. And over here, we have a tag with a page tab. Echo print paper. This is our fox. I've got to say, he's probably my favorite part of this book. I love this book. I love the colors. I love the fabric. I love everything about it. But I have a favorite, and it's this fox. And he's looking at me like he's flirting, or he's just like saying, I love you so much. He is so cute. This is a piece of acetate that I've made a flip out with. And this is open should you want to tuck something inside here. You flip that open, you have journaling room here. I have some embossing powder there. And we have some journaling room here. We have a side tuck spot, and that's where the embossing powder is coming from. And we have a file folder, a small file folder. And I have inked that up with Distress Inks and collaged on that, and there's journaling room on the back. And then this creates a pocket, which has another journal card, and it has a nice little squirrel. It has a page tab on it and journaling space on the back. Some more copy paper, book paper, another paper or fabric ruffle, a little pocket down here that has 2 journal tags in it, some more journaling space here, another tag, and some of that textured ribbon and some drywall tape to make a page tab. And it folds over to the back side. And here is some handmade paper. This is a piece of ledger paper that I've put a piece of paper on it so that you can journal on. And we have a little pocket with 2 little journal cards down here. And then on the back side, I have torn around this because this paper that I added had a print on it, and I wanted to be able to see it through. And this is a technique I got from Louisa Heinzel. And some more copy paper for journaling, book paper, echo print paper. On the back of this, it have a paper. It is a page out of a book, and I've used that to make a pocket that has 3 pockets in it, and this is hosting the owls. I get them all out so I can show them to you. There's this owl, and that owl, and that owl. It says, "You were made to be awesome." That completes our second signature. Our third signature has this envelope. I have a link below, and you may have seen the video where I had made these envelopes with my sketched watercolored flowers, and then I created one for my nature journal here. So this is the front of the envelope. We have a nice pocket here that has a piece of stationery in it. On the back side of our envelope, here's our flap. We have a little vintage button here, and then you open it up, and inside we have a mini journal. It has been pamphlet stitched here, and the cover is from cleanup paper. It has some white embossing, and there's coffee stained paper inside. I think there's like 16, and then that just slips down inside your envelope. So that is held in place. The flap goes over the side of your page, and that's held in place with this ultra paper clip. It has another vintage button on it. Book paper, more tree on some copy paper, page out of the paper collection, lots of journaling room here and here. On this piece of cleanup paper, we have an envelope that is out of the paper collection, one of the paper collections. We have it held on with a paper clip that has a little wooden bead dangle on it. And then I did a little collage on the front of the envelope, and you turn it over and go inside, and there is a journal card inside with some fox on it that has been made out of pantry boxes, and journal on the back. Some handmade paper, vellum. I love to add vellum into our journals, and there is a tuck spot here. And then on the back side of the piece of vellum, we have a paper pad. Copy paper, echo print paper, page out of the paper collection with some cheesecloth and fabric ruffle with a little, no, I glued that all down. Okay, this is an element that is made out of 2 sheets of sheet music, and I'll have a link to that below. And we have a tag here, and we have a tag here, another tag here, we have a journal card here, a tag here, and then another tag here. Lots of tags. Copy paper, cleanup paper, copy paper, and this, I have a video for this one also. It's been made out of, I believe, 2 of the big book pages. We have a corner tuck spot down here, and then inside we have some vintage paper, vintage government paper, couple receipts, and then a piece of copy paper, all for journaling on. You open this up, and we have a nice big tag here. You can journal on the back. I've gessoed that, so it's got a coat on it. We have a lovely roses here. Goes down inside this corner tuck spot here. Some more of Mrs. Cog's circles here. And we're at the center of our last signature. And then we have some copy paper that flips out here that can be used for journaling on. And then this flips open, and inside here we have another pocket with some more copy paper, and then this has all been gessoed so that it can be journaled on there. And then that folds open. We have another large journal tag here. More room on the back for journaling. You can journal also here, and that goes down inside that pocket. And then we have this little tag with a piece of laminated dried flour, and it goes down through our belly band right there, and the laminated dried flour fits over top so it holds it in place. And then this flips out. It's all been gessoed, and that can be journaled on. Copy paper with a tree, cleanup paper, copy paper, and then we have the back side of that sheet music project, and then we have a journal card here with an owl, and then this flips open. I did not, it has clear gesso on it, but I did not add white gesso to it. If you want, you can add some white gesso to it so you can journal on it, but I enjoyed seeing the music, so that's up to the recipient. And inside, you flip it over, and we have another pocket on that side. Another page tab down here, paper ruffle, echo paper, copy paper, more of the vellum. I love to work with vellum because I love to see how the collage that you put on the front interacts with the collage that's on the back. So as you see, this lined paper here is from this tag here, and this lined paper is from this tag here. It's fun to play with and get results that you want. Handmade paper. These pockets, I have a video for listed below, have been made out of my coffee stained copy paper that have been stenciled to get the print on them. And they made nice little pockets in our journal. We have 2 tags. These are just some junk mail that I have repurposed into a tag. And then a tag down here. Journal on the back of those also. Copy paper. This page tab here has been created from a piece of drywall tape, and it makes a unique page tab. I kind of like that. Journal space, book paper, echo print paper. On the back side, we have a nice piece of collection of collage here with some of our copper paper, a paper doily, page out of a book, and then a piece of ephemera. This is our back inside cover to our journal, and we have more of the paper ruffle. I hope you have enjoyed this flip through. We will be seeing more of this on my Art by Bedell Facebook page. There is a link to that below too. Please hit and be a follower to that page. That would be great. Also, for my YouTube channel, I would really appreciate it if you liked this video, to hit like, leave a comment below, and subscribe to my channel. It's going to help me grow so that I can keep doing this. So thank you for watching, and you have a great day, and we shall see you again soon. Bye now.